they don't have money.
And Lady Justice Lillian, coming to you, as the chair of the National Community Service Orders Committee, and you have been going across the country, what's been your experience and observation? Because given the breakdown of the numbers that we have highlighted, it appears that we are overly have overcrowded prisons because of some unresolved matters which are before courts of law, given that you also sit at the bench.
Overcrowding in prisons currently is a matter of concern. Our facilities, that is the correctional facilities, were constructed a long time ago, some of them during the colonial times. They have been renovated. There have been additional ones, but they are not enough because of the population that keeps rising. Now, from my end, the only way to deal with this situation is to adopt restorative form of justice. The community service orders deals with minor offenders. Petty offenders shouldn't be in prison. We should only have hardcore prisoners in prison. Non-serious ones should be punished. They should be ordered to perform community service, that is performing unpaid public work for the benefit of the community. They should be rehabilitated. They should be made to reform by reconciling with the offenders, with the victims, instead of being in prison. So the only way to deal with these numbers, when we look at the overstretch in prison, right now, the ideal capacity of prison is 30,000 inmates, but we have slightly over 31,000. So looking at that overstretch, it is a serious matter, should be a concern to all stakeholders in the criminal justice system. We are looking at some acts being amended, but for the time being, before the amendment, what do we do? The only answer is to consider restorative form of justice.
Okay.
Thank you.
It takes what shape when you talk about restorative form of justice? What is the shape? How does it look like, if you were to explain?
Okay. It means the offender who is found, a person who is accused, taken through the trial process, found guilty, instead of being sentenced to a custodial sentence, they are sentenced to serve a non-custodial sentence. Community service orders is a sentencing option where the offender performs community service for the benefit of the community. There are so many benefits when you come to this sentencing option. A good example is the person will be staying with his family to fend for the family instead of being incarcerated where his family suffers. His children may also become criminals because they have to come up with various deviant means to make a living. Taxpayers' money will be saved because when an offender is in prison, the government pays for stay in prison. But when the person is out, this money is saved and channeled to some other important matters. So that is what we mean by restorative justice. The person is reformed, and the person is reconciled with the victim, and the person works for the community, which benefits. The kind of the nature of work that is done could be the work like afforestation, environmental conservation. When you think of afforestation, that goes to greening of the society.
Thank you. When we get back from the break, Dr. Annette and Wangari, I'll begin with